this run of form that you've had, is this as well as you've ever batted in your life?
It's right up there. I think I had a little period against Sri Lanka and India, 2011, which was, felt pretty good. But yeah, this is right up there, I think, for me in my career now. Yeah.
Ian, we're sort of now entering the point where your performance in this series is akin to some of the great performances in series that are often talked about. How significant is this for you in your career? Is it a great defining series for you?
I haven't thought of it, to be honest, like that. I mean, it's just nice to contribute. I said the important thing for us as a group was winning the Ashes. We've done decently so far. Tomorrow's a massive day for us, but I haven't really thought too much about that. I mean, there'll be time to think about that when I've finished my cricket. For me, tomorrow morning is the most important thing, and try and get as many runs as we can on this pitch and give our bowlers the opportunity. But I haven't really thought too much about that at the minute.
Ian, the other two games where you scored centuries in this series, England have gone on to win. I guess you must be fairly confident now in your position in this game. You can do that again?
Not yet. I mean, 200 runs, I'd rather have them on the board than chasing them, but I think we've seen already with Australia, they'll go all the way. That Trent Bridge pitch as well didn't deteriorate like we thought. I mean, this might stay very similar. So as many runs as we can get, if we start getting lead over 300, I'll be a little bit more confident, but say this Australian team will just keep coming, and some of their batters are in a bit of form now as well, so I think it'll be a scrap over the next 2 days. Some really exciting cricket I expect, like I said, the next 2 days.
Ian, is there anything you put this run of form down to, personally?
Not really, no. I mean, it's difficult to say what. I was against New Zealand, felt like I was playing well, getting starts and not going on. And I think the best thing, someone like Graham Gooch is saying not to change anything. The temptation would have been to look at something, try and change something, but I haven't. And fortunately, I've come good in the series that is the biggest one for us. So, like I said, it's just nice to contribute to us. Hopefully winning Test matches and big Test matches.
How much impact did John and Ruby have on the career when the coach with Warwickshire?
Massive, to be honest with you. He not just on my cricket, on lifestyle skills and stuff like that. Get me over to University of WA for 6 months. Certainly, there was no coincidence. I think I made my Test debut after I'd had that experience. And he looked after me really well. And he was a very good coach for us at Warwickshire. Had some success there, and great thinker of the game. And he passed on some really good knowledge to all of us that were at Warwickshire.
So, and what in particular of the game of cricket do you remember or use that
a lot of it was very simple. I mean, we do a lot of technical work on the machine. Again, it was just trying to keep things as simple as possible. A lot of the stuff I still in my game from when I worked with him. So it's that was his method really, was to keep things as simple as possible.
Ian, have you felt the pressure when you've gone out to bat? England have been sort of 30 for 3, or in this case today 49 for 3. Have you felt that extra pressure of trying to get them out of a difficult situation and then being able to do that? Does that give you more satisfaction than perhaps some of the other hundreds?
It certainly gives me confidence the way I've played. The thing I've tried to do is forget the situation, if I'm honest. I've felt in pretty good touch, and that's a nice place to be. And trying to keep the game as simple, just watch the ball, play the ball. It doesn't matter whether we're 100 for 1 or 20 for 3, it's still the same game, and I've tried to keep it exactly like that. And I said, touch wood, I've played so well in this series so far, and hopefully I can carry on tomorrow morning.
Is that different? Putting the situation out of your mind, is that a different approach than perhaps in the past?
Well, it's probably I've learnt a little bit of that in the past. Some situations that I've got through, maybe at Auckland. And stuff I did in South Africa, not long ago, and those kind of experience, and if you can add them into your game and learn from them, then they certainly help you.
How's the pitch played? It looked like it was a bit of uneven bounce, but it maybe looked like it had eased.
There certainly is a little bit of uneven bounce. I think it's going to be a new ball wicket. There'll be more up and down, I would have thought, with that harder ball. One thing, when the ball gets soft, it will be harder to score, ring fields. But the one thing at Durham, I always think that it doesn't always jag around like you think. It might do nothing for a while, but there will be a decent delivery in there at some point. And the skill, like I think Harris has done, is to put enough balls in that right area, and then know that one ball will bounce a little bit more or hit the crack and go sideways. And that's the skill. If you don't put enough balls in the right area, then there'll still be runs to have out there. you know, and all our bowlers, I'm sure, will be working hard, and like I said, hitting a good area top of off stump, and hopefully the pitch will, like the old one, will do something.
How crucial was that partnership with KP, that partnership with Rocking for
Yeah, very good. I mean, again, it's good to have him, I think, as a group back in form. So, you know, he's a massive player for us. So, you know, he played very well. And Johnny Bairstow as well, coming in there as well. Crucial getting a 50 partnership there as well, which helps us. And hopefully myself and Tim Breslin can do something similar tomorrow. And we know how dangerous Matt Pryor can be, you know, if we get a bit of momentum. So, you know, I think it's teed up for a great test match. And we know that Australia will come hard at us tomorrow. You know, and the next 2 days are going to be very exciting.
Ian, how do you reflect on the history against Australia? Because it took you a long time to bring up the century, didn't it? And you make up every match. Do you think it wasn't going to come there for a long time? Or?
I believe that I was good enough to score Test hundreds against Australia, but it did take it took a while. I mean, my first 2 series, it was against arguably one of the best teams of all time. So as a young player, you know, that was a real baptism, to be honest. And you know, I learned a hell of a lot from some great players. You know, and I've had to work really hard in this series. You know, I have a lot of respect for this Australian bowling attack, and every time you go out there, you know you're going to be challenged. And you know, it's been enjoyable this time to score some hundreds and maybe put to bed some of the stuff I've done in the past.
If you have looked at those in the 90s, is that all through your innings? Is that the case, or certainly Chris Rogers compared to Chris Rogers yesterday?
Yeah, again, I've tried to just forget about that. For me, it was a matter of, again, we were just trying to go in small targets, get as many runs as we can as a team, and trying to put that first before my 100, really. You know, again, it's just if we can get ourselves, you know, that bit closer to 300, that's the important thing. The individual stuff is irrelevant, really. We just need to make sure we get enough runs to win a test match.
It's not often you get floored by a short delivery, Ian. That was quite well, you had a smile on your face. Can you talk us through that moment? It was where that came from, really. Yeah,
it was good. I mean, and Ryan Harris has been outstanding all the way through this series. We know he's, you know, a fantastic bowler, and you know, he's challenged us all the way, and you know, he's obviously shown massive heart as well to run in on, you know, and come around the wicket, which is never always easy as a batter, and you know, he bowled good pace. You know, and someone we fully respect, and you know, every time he comes on the ball, we have to really work hard to get through his spell. But he's been outstanding the 3 games he's played in, and you know, and hopefully the better we can play him, the better position we're in, because we know he's a good bowler.
When you're batting like you have been recently, when you're clearly in the zone, people call it, does it feel different when you're actually out in the middle to how it did when you were kind of getting out against New Zealand after getting in?
I don't know, maybe you're not thinking about as much, to be honest. When you're out of form, you are thinking about, you know, you're trying to get to 100 before you've got to 10. You know, there's a lot of things going on in your mind. When you're playing well, you know, you just relax and, like I said, just watch the ball and keep it as simple as that. And maybe that's where I am at the minute. And against New Zealand, maybe I was just trying too hard to get a score. You know, I haven't changed anything technically, or you know, I don't think about the game differently, but maybe it's just a conscious thing of, like I said, keeping it as simple and making it a one-ball game.
Last couple, please.
Ian, there are a couple of landmarks through your innings. Obviously, your 20th Test ton, is that a significant number for you? You know, these sort of things going in tens or whatever, and also it's your 10th century partnership with Kevin Peterson. What is it about batting with him that you clearly enjoy?
I think with Kev, I mean, we've both got completely different strengths, which actually does help us. I'm probably more an offside player with cuts and drives, and you know, he's a strong puller and probably a leg side player. So the similar balls that are bowled, you know, we hit in different areas, which I think really works well. We're completely different, you know, and I have really enjoyed playing with Kev. You know, a lot of the time as a player, you have to rein yourself in a bit. You can't go shot for shot with him, because when it's his day, you know, he's going to take people apart. So, but he's good fun to bat with. Like I said, he's very focused, but he likes to enjoy it out there as well.
And the 20-hundreds?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, again, in the situation as well, to do it and get 20 is great. I want to, you know, keep going and get as many as I can.
Welcome.
Ian, are you disappointed that the rain cost you a century at Old Trafford on the last day?
I don't know about my rain, no. Well,
no, I mean, when the rain came down, it cost you 100. You would have had a perfect run.
I'm not sure.